crows got no wheat, but they're digging around the pond. Well, after they harvest wheat, they spread the stuff, and that's what I woke up to, was the trucks what spread the stuff. That's going to work out. It ended up being that I think I have dug 4 ponds in my life, never had one hold water. And so I went ahead and just got a liner on this one, and this one holds water. It's always something, isn't it? So there's my laser level. You can see I got wooden stakes out there, and I'll be putting a line around it. And I got Bucky, the tiller, ready. And I'm going to till up around and do a little wall and all that stuff. That's not what we're here about today. What we're here about today is cab lights. This is a Kingpin video, so we're going to talk about that. So we're going to talk about these today. I got $14.99 for 2. I got 3 packs of them. They're strewn all over the place. Not going to drive it much in the rain. We're going to paint these black. Those are going to have to be black because I got a white top on Daphne. And so you got to make sure. A couple of them were missing little parts, just these little seals. Just put an O-ring on it or something. But you don't want water in these. Now, my cab is going to be different because I have not much choice on how to fit them because of the way the chambers are set up. It has the original speaker cover up above the rear view mirror, and there's a chamber in there. So I'm going to be, you can look at everybody what they want to do, but mine's going to be guided by where this cavern is in the cab on the leading edge. So mine probably won't be straight like that. Mine are probably going to, sweep around because I've got to get where I can get the wires. Now this, of course, means I got to go down the A-post and pull wires, and if I do that, I'm going to try to get that dome light to work, the one at the back of my head there, the middle back. So I'm going to try to get that to work again. So, but what we got here is we got the remnants of everything there. So when you get these things, they're $6 or $7 each. It's not a big deal. And I don't understand. I don't remember saying anything like that. I won't be able to do that one back there, whatever that's for. If you could get it in green or blue, not blue because you look like a cop car, some other color, that'd be kind of cool, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So these are pretty good, fairly good quality. Come with all the seals and everything you need there. Not only to seal the lens to the base, but the base to the cab. And they come with these 57 bulbs, of which we got that going for us, which is not going to be very good. So I had a couple of these. I got some more coming. Let's see. I think those are right there. Those right there, pretty good things. No link in the description because everybody's different. These have the little magnifiers on the end of them. Not only the cob go all the way around, but it's and they also, I noticed they're not polarity sensitive. So you see there, you can run them either way, and then you can see how much brighter and nicer that is. I'll tell you another little trick about LEDs. If you've got a red lens, get red ambers. Got a white lens, get white, unless you want it to be amber when they're on or something. That's kind of cool looking. But don't run clear whites in these. It'll just wash them out. This is the way to go with the amber bulbs. So let's go down there and show some of the preliminary going on there. I've got kingpins coming for her. I'm going to try to learn how to adjust the steering box in her. I've got a new starter coming for her. I get these little vibrations in my belly. My friends will tell you that if I point at something and say you need to fix that, you need to fix it even if it's working. I got whatever, I got the shining or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. But when I was at Lowe's the other day, I got in and I hit the starter on Daphne and I went, something's not right. So there they go. So whenever they pull the hay, these guys get to work. And boy, they've been after it this morning for sure. All right, well let's go down to the barn and see what we're going to do, and I'll show you my dilemmas and the things I've got to do to get these cab lights to work. I talked to or made a comment on rat rods from Africa. Durf, about maybe on his rat rods some cab lights would look good. He's real good wiring. He's a solder fanatic like I am too, so good for him. So I'm gonna probably will tie all of the, when it comes to LEDs, I don't mind tying all the earthing wires to one, because these things don't draw any amps hardly at all. I'd say all 5 of these will probably draw 1 amp maybe. But if you get these, just make sure they're intact. Like I say, this one was missing that little white seal right there, so you got to make sure that everything you get these days is the way it ought to be. So I'm glad to have an extra one, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, let's go down and see what's going on here. There's some of the carnage. Well, the rain let up a little bit, so here are the painted ones. I hit them with a little bit of brake clean, and that sort of made them a little angry, which was kind of okay with me because it keyed them a little bit. So there's your white, there's your black. Let's go kind of do a little test run. I need to get 2 things while I'm back here. I need some blue tape, and I need some wire. Where's that good wire I like so much? It's right down here. And that'll be just about perfect. I can sure do a burn pile now. I think it's rained 3 inches today. Finally got my order in for some heat wrap for underneath where all the fuel lines and everything are going next to that header now. Oh, I don't know where it went. This is what I use. This stuff seems to be pretty dang good. Not a sponsor. So, appliance 3206. Yeah, that's a little bit better than your average Behr paint. So, let's see. I'll show you what I did here. So here's what they came looking like originally, and here's going to be my model. Now I put the little gasket in there, so you know, just kind of as a test fit, a test look. See, that white just sort of disappears in there. I think the black really sets it off. I mean, everybody, you know, looks and thinks differently, but I think that with the LED cob is going to be cool. So the trick here is going to be start in the center and work my way out, and stay within the confines of. I wish I could hang off that gantry and do this, but I can't. So the way this is going to be, oh God, it smells like heaven in here. I guess maybe one day I'll find that out for sure. I don't know. I just laid a roll of wire there. So, see, I've already got the, I can't do the other speed. I've already got the moldy, I guess I could clean those sun visors out of here, maybe rebuild those in some way. That was a very temporary measure. Luckily, I got the stem, so I'll have to remember that. So, see, I got this hollow in there. You can tell by all the spiders and everything. So, I believe I'm just going to have to find center and just start with the first bulb right about here and work from the inside out, and that's probably going to be the best way. So find that center hole, and that's a pretty cool way of hanging that thing. I guess I didn't really mean to do it that way. All I could do. So the rear view mirror. So I'm going to get that going. I'm going to get that going, and I don't really care how. Somebody had drilled holes here to put a grab bar in here. That didn't work out too good because I never use it. So it's actually lying right down there. So I'm going to have to fish that tape. Yeah, I know. Somebody pulled it out before me. I wish it was there so I could pull through and pull a new wire through. But if it ain't there, it ain't there, and that's all there is to it. It is kind of moldy in here. This truck did sit out for a long time. So we're going to start there. And we're going to do it the very traditional 3 tight in the middle, and then the ones on the outboards a little bit more. So that's going to, I think that's going to look good. Now I've got some old Aurora slot cars in there and trucks, and the trucks have those cab lights. That's the first time I saw them when I was real little. Was on slot cars. Pretty cool. And then I noticed them as we went around town on tow trucks and stuff like that. So I think I can get across here pretty good, but the real trick here is going to be going here and coming out down here somewhere. So this is the switch for the dome light. I know that it works because I put a meter on it. And then I'm probably going to use this switch for the cab lights. I was thinking of possibly wiring them solid, so whenever you turn the key switch on, they would come on. But I think I'm going to put them on a switch since it's there. So I got to kind of ring all that. I got to take this out again. I don't know how many times since I've had this truck I've taken this out. Looks like my turn signal thing's falling in anyway. So we'll and that always falls in. But anyway, battery's disconnected. The clock is not running. There's that original radio cover for up there too. So I think I might need to get a little bit of bleach solution and wipe off in here some. Like there. I didn't know it was that bad. It's just get used to things. You know how it is. I've done everything I can to run a wire through this thing. So I thought maybe this hole here, let me get you where we are. So we're right here. I thought you could go down here. Maybe you can, but it just looked too messy. I went into this hole that somebody drilled before, and I'm just going to meatball it around here. But I am going to be able to go behind the sun visor thing, and I found this hole here, which will really help me when it comes time to do the lamps, because I'm only going to need one wire. So I'm going to get two wires, and I'm going to tuck them in behind here, and I think that this goes down into there, but I don't know yet. I'm not real sure about that quite yet. But right now I got this, so I'm going to pull a wire while I'm good. I had to do this in two pieces, but I got lucky. So let's pull some wires through. Where's my wire? Oh, there it is. Do you want white wire or green wire? I think I want green wire. I'm going to consider myself lucky here because I got this wire going there. You can see it's behind the sun visor mount. It's coming out of there, and I can walk it down here. I'm getting ready. I've already fished through this lower corner, and you can, well, you maybe can't see it. I know that's. See, there it is right there. So I can pull wire through there. So this is going to be better than okay. So I'll finish it up and get the wires pulled. I don't know if I'm going to have time to drill me any holes up there today, but I might try to just get one mounted. And so it'll be one power wire, and I'm going to run my earthing wire probably in here somewhere. I'm not going to run three wires. So I'll do it somewhere over here. Alright, I'll show you what I did here. I just got duct tape and just ran it around so you can't even see it. I mean, you know, it's okay enough. I mean, with everything else in here, I think that's fine. Okay, so now we've got, in this hole here, right above there, we've got, there it is right there, yay! Okay, so let's see if we can pull a green wire through here and run these through here. Hook to this, pull through, and we'll be in the dash. Alright, cool. I got the white wire out of here, and I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble with that coming through there to make sure I got this fed up in there good. Oh, look at that, say. And all I did was just I cut the wire, the hard wire, at an angle and speared it up in this wire. And that's all I did, and that was just good enough. That hole's pretty big, so I wasn't too concerned about it. So there you go. All right, let's get them down into here. Okay, I'm through this hole here. I've got my hard wire. I just taped it because that hole's pretty big, and it just looks like it just wants to jump out at you. Let's just see here. Don't look like that's going to be too hard. And there you go. That's all there was to that. whenever you're doing this, put a little curve on the end of the wire so you can poke yourself in the eyeball. So there they are, wired in. All I got to do is lay them in behind this and put a little tape over them. Maybe get a little black paint or something. But that's good enough for me. I could have sworn something came out of that hole at one point, but I don't know. But it's all done now. Make sure my light's on bright here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do an upgrade. So there's that old nasty moldy thing there. It's been there a long time. I'm going to cut me some new sun visors, and I'm going to kind of taper off this edge here because I don't want to interfere with my rear view mirror when the sun visor's down. So 17 maybe and a half, and just maybe 6, because that's about what those are. Now, you might not know this, but I had the extra option here of sliding that out in case I needed it, but hopefully I can just make it big enough I don't need that. That idea ain't bad. I may do that with a stainless steel kind, or one about every third one, to make sure, you know, I can get them super tight. So I think that's all that was a little piece of plywood. Yep. So we can clean that up. That'll be nice. And see, now you can't even see where the wires went right there. And I don't want to miss that too much because it's not screwed in very tight. Well, they're calling for a twister. My phone just went off, scared me to death. So good thing to know things like that. Okay, well, I got my test light hanging up at my dome lamp. And you got to turn the lights on to make that, I think you do. Is that right? Because it shouldn't come on. No, it doesn't come on unless the lights are on, which kind of only makes sense. So now the headlights are on. So when I flip this switch, this light here ought to come on. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of ominous out there. All right, well, let's disconnect the battery right now. I decided to do a rather major upgrade. I put an LED in there. I had to rewire it because there's a double contact single filament, because one was an earth, so it was kind of weird. So let's try this thing. This is going to be nice. There you go. Told you. I got to come out here at night now. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be far better for the times I drive at night, which is very rare. Okay, let's go disconnect the batteries. Won't forget. So mount that one thing. No tornadoes yet. Sure still and weird though out there. I'm committed now. In my circumstance, from about right here to the other side was 59 and a half. A little bit more than that. And I've divided it by 2, and then there you go. And then Bob's your auntie. Okay, and then let's see where we are in here. And because I've already drilled a hole for the wires, I am right dead in the middle. There it is right there. Maybe you can see it. See it right there. So that's pretty much dead in the middle. And I'm going to double check it. And then we're going to hook this thing up and test it. It's not too bad to do. Just get a pillow and go up there and just, you know, have some fun. Well, I'll take you up there with me. I got to keep my tape measure with me though. Alright, so we've got the hole drilled. I got my grommets in place. I used this as a template, and I think I feel good about all of that. Okay, so I want a little bit of space right there. Okay, let's mount this sucker up. Okay, ooh, that's a long step down. Let's see how number 1 looks. Now, remember, I'm only guided by what the cab will allow me to do, but I like that. I like it curved like that. These have a little bit of a break in them, so you can kind of form them. That's kind of cool. That's a good idea. So I've got it formed about all it can be formed. So I've got my grommet in. I got that on there. I like that already. Let's light that candle here. See what it looks like. Kind of on a temporary basis until I decide exactly what I'm going to do wiring wise. I don't think, did I disconnect the battery? That'd be bad, because yeah, I'm always good about disconnecting the battery. Okay, so well, here are my 2 wires. is the is the power wire. And so, okay, well, let's hook them up and see what it looks like. Okay, I got it sort of jerry-rigged here to see what happens. Horn may blow because I keep blowing it because I keep hitting that gauge. So when I turn the ignition on, just trust me, the light should come on. Let's turn this light off, maybe we'll see it. I'd imagine we will see it because it's going to be bright as all get out. Which is fine with me. It's what you want, like daylight driving. Okay, so let's put the ignition on. Oh, there you go. Wow. Imagine 4 more of them babies. Okay, that's okay there. That's okay with me. Well, you know, it's dusk. That's pretty bright though, isn't it? That's alright. We'll just leave it alone. People see me coming for miles around. Just a little brief interlude. As I mentioned before, I had these as a kid. They were hand-me-down stuff, but there's a truck, and you can, if it'll focus, got cab lights, but see, they're just on the apex of the A-post there. That's a rare, very rare slot car, or slot truck, or whatever. Oh, these things are cool. So if you've never seen these, this was really the heat back then. That's a 10-wheeler. So anyway, reminds me of a family I used to know, had an alignment shop. And this is a dump truck. Once again, you can see it's just those two. But this is the one that impressed me as a boy. It was sort of a fake, well, it's fake to begin with, all the way around. I don't know if you can see them, but there are the cab lights I'm going to try to copy. Right there, see the 3 close? You've seen them before, but this was the first time I had ever seen them. I believe that is an International Harvester. There's something written on the front tag. MM. That I've never noticed that. Model motoring would be what that is. So that was the first time I had seen those, and I did not paint this. This is the way this thing came. They got some red paint on them. How cool is that, huh? Got a little winch back there. Now I remember that they used to have a little track cleaner. Kind of looked like this, and they had a little roll-out piece of felt. You would soak a little alcohol in there or something, and you could drive the truck around and clean the track for you. So look at that. So that is from probably 1963, and I'm certain that it still works. Getting a little cruddy there, but yeah, I'm certain it still would work. So that's what we're copying right there. Those cab lights. It's hard to get a decent light on that. Top of the A-post and 3 in the middle. You can see it now. Say, maybe I ought to put a big red siren on there. No, you can't put sirens on things, can you? Because you're nowhere near Greece. It has been a long time because it has rained 7 or 8 inches in the past 48 hours, and I couldn't come out here because of the lightning and everything. So it's very late in the afternoon. So I'm going to make my extension wires now for the outside middle tube. I have reviewed footage, and those LEDs are just too flippin' bright. That just kind of looks cartoonish. So I'm going to go back to the incandescents and maybe try to find something in between. I was kind of thinking too that perhaps I could play around with the LEDs. I don't know wherever I put them. Oh, I think I know where I put them. There's one. And possibly just black out some of the cobs and sort of tone it down. But it's just so. 5 of those up there just be ridiculous. So let's make the extensions for the tube on each side of this one. and then I'll make the extensions for this and get a wire and hook them and start doing my wiring. I have made the harnesses to run from here to there, so I've already had to put everything on there. I don't usually use tape, but I'm kind of low on shrink tube, and this isn't really a place for that. Everything, of course, is soldered, but these have to be extra long here because I got to go from here to there. And so let's get everything up on the bonnet here and get this done, get this pulled through anyway. And we may go ahead and just run a little bit of a test. Now, I'll probably just do a shot tonight and call this done because I think I'm about through here. Got my measuring tape, my drill, good fresh battery. I got incandescent bulbs. I got all my lenses and pads and everything ready to go. So let's finish this up. I'll feel better getting that tape off there. It's not good leaving tape on overnight. So we'll see. All right, let's put that there. Make sure we're not going to hook up on anything down here. And that means I got to kind of wire in that dome lamp too. We can do that. Don't mind. I might repeat myself, but be sure and knock the paint off of that ring right there, because that's your earth that will go through this screw here. I am using self-drilling screws, number 12 by 1s. Hope it don't go too far through. Don't think it will, because I got to go through all of this. And so I got this on there, and see I got them equally spaced, but I got them sort of tilted in a little bit. See, kind of give it a little bit of panache. So let's get this tape off of here and do the other ones. Okay, where's my knife? Because I'm going to back cut right there. I have finished up here, I hope, and we'll get down and see what they look like. But that's about it. Purple mark there, nobody's going to see it. Don't tell anybody. I got 4 or 5 of them in here. I just got this one. I hooked on this wire, and that was kind of a mistake. Got to get this one that's way over there. I've got the one in the middle. I got the middle right, and let's see how long this takes me to get this one. And this one I don't have to worry about hitting any other wires. So you get the feel for it. Let's see. I feel something. Oop, I felt it. I must have grabbed it. There they are. Ooh, got kind of a nasty messy there. There it is. I'll let that fall to the ground. So there you go. There's all the wires. So I'm going to go ahead and wire these up and get this mess back together. And I know where a hot wire is down there. So, all right. So I don't know. Well, there might be some fancy editing there because of that mirror. I keep forgetting about this mirror. Oop, I don't. That's why I didn't want to mess with it. All right, so don't mess with that mirror. That's a clip-on. All right, if you need some change, let me know. I got 4 cents right there. I'll focus you fact. There you go. We'll have one more shot after this one because it's still daylight, and I want to do this at night. Ooh, get off me, crazy thing. So I got that back up there. I'm all done up here. So let's test this light first. So I got to turn the lights on, and then I hit this switch right here. Clicky. All right, see what that looks like. Well, that's 50 times as bright as it was. Okay, so now we're going to do these. Let's look at them. I got these lights on too. I don't need these on. So let's see. Y'all be sure and like and comment and all that stuff. If you got any questions, sure would appreciate it. And okay, so let's. I didn't want to turn the camera off again. I said one more shot in a minute. Now let's close that door. Let's have everything look proper. The good thing about keeping this door closed is you don't tend to back out with the door open and hit that, and then you total. You'll end up doing a lot of welding. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Bonnet's not all the way down because I got to disconnect the battery. So that's what she looks like. dry, I guess is the way to say it. Let me turn this off. As you can tell, I'm sort of reluctant here a little bit. So I got some cleanup to do in here, but that will be irrelevant. Okay, so now when I turn the key switch on, those lights ought to come on up there. I think I saw them. Yep, I did. Okay, well, let's just get the full effect. I'm not going to look myself. I'm just going to stand over here by the TR4 and get the full effect. Ready? Yes, that's pretty. Oh man, that just makes your soul happy there. That just could not be more of a picture of what I wanted. The other problem that you run into is just the general radius of the hood, the top of the cab. In my world, that's called the hood. The top of the cab. Because you can't go too far, because you end up on this real dramatic slope. And so I had to kind of do that. Boy, that is the heat right there. I don't think I need any other bulbs. I ordered those LEDs, but I don't want to be seen from the space station. All right, we'll see what it looks like tonight. 3, 2, 1. The things we do for YouTube. Okay, well, I got one more section. It is 9:22. It has been deluge rain, lightning, and all kinds of stuff. It's been incredibly heavy. But the things we do for YouTube and the things we do for love. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up tonight. Look at that. I'm just gonna get nailed. I think it's close to 8 inches of rain here in the past 24 hours. So don't have to worry about filling up the pond, but I ain't anywhere near done with it. All right, let's go up there and finish out the cab light thing. And then that'll be it for tonight. It rained so hard that I almost could not see the barn about half an hour ago. So let me swim down to the barn and we'll wrap this thing up. Let's just do the whole routine. I'm in the kitchen now. I'm just going to do the whole thing. I don't care about a hat really. I'm just going to put a hat on. I got so much hair, I don't need to have a hat on. All right, let's go out here. This is what I have to do. Ugh. And I'm just going to have to get my shoes. I'm just going to squish my way. Squeaky boots. And I got, yeah, these got rain in them. I just might as well just make a thing out of it. This is the track from digging the pond. It's sprinkling on me right now. And all that mud's going to stick to the bottom of my shoes. Now, I'm going to have to cut this grass. I'm just going to walk right through the stuff. There it goes. Oop, there it goes. Oop, my feet are soaking wet now. Don't care. This is the walk. This is funny. Let me get my light on. You can see the rain coming. This is a little wet weather spring. And my driveway is being completely, that's not my driveway. Driveway's over there. It's completely, got all kind of rain water in my shoes. Hang on a second. Guess I'll put that flashlight there. Okay, I gotta go over to, it's a little bit of a breeze. Okay, so we're gonna just do the whole thing. Where are my keys? We're gonna be turning, there they are. We're gonna be turning those lamps off because I want the full effect here. Where is it? We're gonna just do this in one shot. Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. So we're gonna do it this way. And there she is in the cool of the evening. So this is, Squish, squish. I was taking a bath. Okay, so we're going to come over here. I'm going to turn this down. And we're going to get the full effect. And I got to take a photograph on my cell phone. So there we go. And 9:27. Okay. So let's I'm gonna hold it right there. Alright, there. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get the keys. Now first of all, at night, we're gonna do first thing first. Okay. So let's turn this off. We're gonna check that dome light right there and see what it does. So here you go. Okay, so there are those lights. So here we are. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. So there's step one. And we're going to turn that off. So when I turn this key on, that key on right there, ooh, windy. So, see, it's nice and dark. We're going to turn the key on and the cab light's going to come on. Okay, here we go. And this is what she's going to look like at night. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Like I said before, that is more than enough. Looks like the center one's a little dimmer, but that's okay. Let's go back over here between Gilda and Honky. And then there you go. Well, let's get a picture of that on the cell phone. Yeah, that middle one ain't right. Can you tell? I can tell. Okay, so there. And we'll take a picture of taking a picture. It's all foggy. That's kind of a neat shot. Let's take another one. Now, Durf said that you ought not ask for likes and subscribes and stuff. So I ain't gonna do that anymore. That is a cool shot from all the fog. That's gonna be the thumbnail right there with the old Bel Air front thing. Okay. I'm not gonna ask you to do anything but enjoy this, and you do with my videos within reason what you please to do. And we'll talk about getting the fuel pump and the heat shield, and I got a couple other things. So why is that middle one darker? I'm not going to put an LED, but that one just seems to be darker. Oh, it's always. Oh, I got an extra one because I got 6 of these, but I'll change that out, get it a little bit more even. But that is like a dream come true. Like I said, I did this on a F-250 Ford diesel about 10 years ago, and I didn't like the evenly spaced stuff. I think that's ugly. All right, we'll talk later. Don't break anything while I'm gone. Bye-bye. You can't see much there, can you? Because of the gantry. Well, I might have to just move that gantry. A little bonus footage, but I don't think it's going to help you much. But there's a creek back there, and there's a lot of happy frogs. You can just hear them more than I think I've ever heard here. So anyway, just wanted to add that in. Woo! It's a frog strangler. They don't sound like they're strangling too much. They're having a big evening. Well, that's good. They eat mosquitoes.